like y'all sexy. So I still so I feel good. Like I feel great. Um just this breathing thing that I guess I'm just gonna have because I'm allergic to everything outside. Like I go outside and I'm like so I can't help that. I have to go outside. So yeah, but overall I feel great. I'm blessed because I did not have COVID-19, although I had this upper respiratory infection that symptoms are similar to COVID-19 that still warns me to be quarantined. I didn't have COVID. So I'm blessed and I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm in good health and I don't have that much. I don't really have anything to complain about. Hey YouTube, what it do, what it do? It's your girl Chatty Shay, and I'm back with another video for you guys. So, you guys, on today is a story time video of why I'm out of work, okay? So, what's today, May, I don't know, like 9th, 7th, 10th, something like that. Anyway, so I've been out of work since April the 1st. So, I'm an essential worker, so my job don't close ever. So pandemic, snowstorm, whatever, I gotta go to work. So, I had took a vacation way back in December for April because I was supposed to go to Jamaica the first week in April. First week in April, but it didn't happen because of COVID-19. All right, so April the 1st, I went and took my regular vacation, and I was supposed to go back to work the beginning of May, but I took back a week because it was nothing to do. Like I was in the house for 3 weeks on vacation with nothing to do because obviously we can't go nowhere. So I took back the last week. So I actually went back to work on like the 24th, 21st. I think I went back to work April 21st. Alright, so I took my vacation from April the 1st to April the 21st. I went back to work. So I probably worked 2 days, and then I was off 2 days, and then I went to work on that third day. So that third day I went back to work. It was a Saturday, and for my job, to enter my job, you have to do a screening, obviously, because of COVID-19. So I went to work on Saturday morning. I was going through my screening process. I entered into the facility. We got to do a temperature check. You got X series of questions or whatever. And I got my temperature taken, and I had a temperature, it was like 99.2. So one of the nurses was like, hey, you can't stay here with the temperature, so we have been advised to let people know if you got temperatures that you need to go home. You need to notify your supervisor and come back when you're feeling better. So I went to my post area. I spoke to my supervisor, and my supervisor was like, well, we got an email that say if it's not over 100, then you can't leave. So I'm like, I'm not pressing the issue. It's the nurses that are pressing the issue. So I'm doing my job, I'm still at work with my 99.2 fever. So then another nurse comes into my unit, and she's like, let me take your temperature. Because they told her at the gate that I had a temperature to come back in 2 hours, to see if I still have a temperature. Or to just go home, and come back when I feel better. So the nurse was like, let me take your temperature. And she took it, and it like went to like 99.4. And she was like, oh no. She was like, no. I'm getting ready to call the superintendent and all these other people because you're not supposed to be here with a fever. So I'm doing my job. So she leaves. I'm doing my job. Now I had been feeling like prior to this, I had been feeling like my chest was tight, not thinking anything of it because the weather here in Virginia is changing so much that I'm not really thinking like, oh, sis, something wrong with you, whatever. Because, like, I ain't been around nobody. I've been in the house, only go out for essentials. So, taking the precautions. I'm getting my face mask, gloves, hand sanitizing, cleaning, disinfecting, doing all that stuff. So I'm not thinking like, something's wrong with me. So the nurse comes back. She's like, no, you got to go home. Per doctor, per superintendent, you got to go home. All right, so I told my supervisor like, well, it's not over 100. So she calls him, the nurse, and is like, she got to leave now, per the big boss in charge. So that was a Saturday. I packed my stuff. I went home. I think that was April 24th or 25th, whatever the Saturday is. I think it was the 24th. So I packed my stuff and I go home. So then I come back Sunday to work, whatever. I come back Sunday to work. So I went home Saturday. I had, take Tylenol to bring my fever down. I really wasn't in pain. It's just like I just had like shortness of breath. So I took my Tylenol every 6 hours, every 4 to 6 hours to bring my fever down. I have a thermometer at the house, so I was checking my temperature, to make sure that, it don't get any worse than what it is. So, because if it had hit that 100 mark, sis was going to the doctors. Okay, so I was checking my temperature. I slept that whole Saturday because I'm pretty sure because of the Tylenol and it got the acetaminophen in it that makes you sleep. So I slept that whole Saturday. I felt decent. Like I didn't feel weak or anything at the time. So I was like, all right, whatever. Sunday I'm going to work. Because I'm a worker. I'm a worker bee. If you know me, I'm a worker bee. All right, so Sunday I get dressed, get ready for work. I'll go into work, once again, have to go through the screening process to enter into my job. So I get my temperature taken. Now Sunday, it's a new nurse, so it's not the same nurse from Saturday. So obviously they had been talking about me because she had knew who I was. So when I came in and she's like, let me take your temperature. So she took it, the little forehead one that you just like, don't touch the forehead, but you like beep and it give you the number. She's like, I've been advised, so she did that one. It was like 98.3. And she was like, she was advised not to do that one on me because for me, it has to be more thorough. I guess the one that you put under your tongue is better than the forehead one, right? So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So she put it underneath my tongue. Mind you, I had still been popping Tylenol and I had took Tylenol before I left the house in my temperature and it didn't have a fever. So she, put it underneath my tongue and it's like 99.4. She's like, you still have a fever. She was like, you the one from yesterday that had a fever, right? So I'm like, yeah. And she's like, no, boo. You can't stay. She's like, I've been advised to call a doctor, for people who come with temperature. So, and I had also spoken with a nurse that had called the doctor on my behalf to find out if it was okay for me to come back to work. And the doctor was like, on Saturday, if you feel like you couldn't come back to work and your fever's going on, he was like, as long as you don't have a fever, you can come into, work. If you have a fever, we sending you back home for 14 days to quarantine. Because then that's 2 days back to back that you came in with a fever. So I went to work, came, she took my temperature, had a fever. She told the doctor. I was like, no, she needs to go home. I advised her to quarantine for 14 days. So I go back home. I call my supervisor. I'm like, hey, I've been advised to quarantine for 14 days. When I got home, I actually started feeling really, really bad. So I went to sleep. And then I woke up probably like 8 or 9 o'clock. And I went to Patient First. So if you don't have like a Patient First where you live at, it's like a med care. If you have med care, or it's like a basically like a mini quick hospital. Like you in and out in like 15, 20 minutes, whatever. So I went to Patient First and they like, you have a upper respiratory infection. So last month, well, maybe more than a month, maybe like 6 weeks, I had been diagnosed with allergies. So I have never had allergies in my life. So I guess with age, you get new things. So like my doctor was like, they're allergic to everything outside, pollen, dirt, grass, trees, leaves, whatever. And you gotta take these pills, one a day, because like you could get red eyes, your throat, your chest could inflame, like just mad things, symptoms that can happen to me, because outside, like who is allergic to everything outside, right? So they was like, you got an upper respiratory chest infection that stems from sinuses, so it's like ear, nose, and throat, because that's all connected together. So the doctor at Patient First was like, I advise you to stay home for 14 days because this can be infectious and you don't want to be in contact with other people and, just passing it or, or you yourself getting COVID-19 because they had drew blood and it was like they didn't see enough, whatever they're looking for. Her exact words were, your white blood cells are fighting your red blood cells, but it's not enough to test you for COVID-19. I don't know. But she's like, what we do see is an infection in your chest. So I was like, all right, cool. So, they had already, whatever the little thing is, they had already did all of that. And the diagnosis was upper respiratory infection. So they gave me a pump for my shortness of breath because I had told them I had shortness of breath. And that it was like really tight. So they gave me a pump and they also gave me Tylenol for my fever because when I went there, I still had a fever, but it was low grade. So that means my thermometer at home is broke. So I had a low grade fever still when I went to patient first. So that's why I'm home, you guys. So I've been home really since April the 1st because I went to work for 2 days and they put me right back out. So I'm supposed to go back to work on May 10th. That'll be my 14 days pre-quarantine per my nurse, doctor, and everybody else. So overall, how I'm feeling. I'm feeling good. I actually haven't been feeling weak. Like the first day or two, I felt like crap. Cause and I'm still having like some breathing issues, so to speak, but it's not how it was 10 days ago, so I have a pump for that, which I've never used a pump in my life. So I'm like, how do you use this pump? But other than that, I overall feel good. I have been wearing my mask, disinfecting and, doing everything that you need to do to overall take care of yourself. So I'm actually going to go back to the doctor for a follow-up before I go to work on Sunday, which is Mother's Day, just to make sure that everything looks good. But overall, I feel great. I've been feeling great for like these 14 days, other than the breathing issues that I've been having that have really minimized themselves. Because before it was like now it's it's way better now, y'all. So yeah, so that's why I've been home, you guys. So I've been like quarantined in my house. I really haven't been around my kids. This whole 14 days, really just in my bed for like the first few days, just to make sure that nothing came on. And then as my breathing started to get better and like other stuff that I had going on minimized, I was like, all right, cool. I finally came out the bedroom, still being cautious. I'm like, yeah, 6 feet. So I still, so I feel good. Like I feel great. Just this breathing thing that I guess I'm just gonna have because I'm allergic to everything outside. Like I go outside and I'm like, so I can't help that. I have to go outside. So yeah, but overall I feel great. I'm blessed because I did not have COVID-19, although I had this upper respiratory infection that symptoms are similar to COVID-19 that still warns me to be quarantined. I didn't have COVID. So I'm blessed and I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm in good health and I don't have that much. I don't really have anything to complain about. If it's going to be this breathing thing because outside I'm allergic, I'm going to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm alive. At the end of the day, this is alive because people are dying. But other than that, y'all, yeah, I don't have anything else to say, you guys. Like, this was my story time. Because I know people wondering, like, why sister in the house? I actually wanted to go back to work early, you guys. But when I had called patient first back, they like, if your job said to quarantine 14 days, you need to take the full 14 days. And I also been in contact with the HR at my job to, keep them updated on what's going on, and my supervisors and everybody else, just to make sure that we all on the same page. So yeah, you guys, overall I feel great. I'm gonna deal with this shortness of breath thing. I got a little pump. I'm gonna use it if need be and take care of my overall health. So you guys, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend what your girl is doing on this channel. Until next time.